Okay, let's look at another example to be sure we have down working with parallel lines when they are cut by a transversal. Okay, example 1. First off, remember, finding unknown angles. You can find any unknown angle measure when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal if you are given at least one other angle measure. So with all these angles right here, if you're given just one, you can find all the others, but you have to know all your rules. All right, here we go. A, find the measure of angle 2 when the measure of angle 7 is 125 degrees. All right, now this is how you would do this. Find the measure of angle 2 when the measure of angle 7 is 125 degrees. So they're telling us that angle 7 is 125 degrees. Now what we're supposed to know right off top is that angle 2 and angle 7 are alternate exterior angles, which means angle 2 will be equal to 125 degrees. Okay, now if we didn't know that, we can still work our way around. First of all, angle 6 and angle 7 are vertical angles. That means that angle 6 is also equal to 125 degrees. All right, also notice these two angles here are also equal. What are they called? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Okay, now I know that angle 3 is also 125 degrees. Why? Vertical angles. Okay. Next, I know that angle 1 and angle 2, they make a straight line, also called supplementary. So if they make a straight line, that means that this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degrees. So what plus 125 would give me 180? That means that angle 1 has to be 75 degrees. So if angle 1 is 75 degrees, so is angle 4. Why? Vertical angles. If angle 4 is 75 degrees, then so is angle 8. Why? Corresponding angles. And then that means that angle 5 must also be 75 degrees. Why? Vertical angles. And then you look here, you can see that angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior. Angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior. Angle 2 and angle 7 are alternate exterior. Angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior. Now notice that the interior angles here, they add up to be 180 degrees. 75 plus 125 will give you 180 degrees. Notice the same thing is true on this side. 75 plus 125 will give you 180 degrees. Now you're going to need this fact to help you solve the next example in part B. Once again, the interior angles, they say they actually make a straight line. 75 plus 125 is 180. 75 plus 125 is 180. This is always true. Okay, now part B. Find the measure of angle VWZ. Find the measure of angle VWZ. So they want us to find this angle right here, V, W, and Z. Now they tell us that currently the angle is measured at 3x. All right, but if we look up here, we see that YVW is 6x. We see that YVW is 6x. We notice that both these angles are interior, just like up here with 4 and 6 and 3 and 5. And we just learned that the interior angles, when you add them together, they would give you 180 degrees. So right now what we know is, we know that the measure of angle 3x plus the measure of angle 6x, that is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now from the previous page, we learned that the measure of angle VWZ plus the measure of angle YVW was equal to 180 degrees. We know that the measure of angle VWZ was equal to 3x and the measure of YVW was equal to 6x. So now we're going to apply the property. The measure of angle VWZ plus the measure of angle YVW equals 180 degrees. So now, what is the measure of angle VWZ? 3x. What is the measure of angle YVW? 6x. 3x plus 6x is equal to 180 degrees. What is 3x plus 6x? That's equal to 9x. So now I got 9 times x is equal to 180. Now we go back to some stuff we taught you way back at the beginning of the school year. We're trying to solve for x. So now we divide both sides by 9. Divide by 9 here, by 9 here. 9 divided by 9 is 1. I'm left with 1x, that 1 you don't see in front of x. 180 divided by 9 is 20. The shortcut for that is real simple. 9 goes into 0, 0. 9 goes into 18, 2. So x is equal to 120. So if x is equal to 120, that means that 3 times x is equal to 60. So the measure of angle VWZ is equal to 3x. We found the x being 20. So 3 times 20 will give us 60. And that will complete the example. So you may now start your turn.